Njambiz. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, welcome if you're new here. If you are, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button and join Team Njambiz. It is absolutely free to subscribe. Join Team Njambiz, support a girl's channel, okay? Alright. And hit the bell button so that you get notified when I put out new videos. Let's get started with this one. So yeah, as you read, I'm currently second born loading. Yay! Oh my god, Kiran is such a great studio audience. Yes, we have second born loading and I will tell you a little bit more about that right now. It is currently the 4th of September. I actually put out another video today for Kiran turning 5th. So I said I'll do a couple of videos today. This is it. This is the other one. I am not quite sure when you are watching this. I have not yet decided at this moment in time. I have not yet decided when I will share this, but I will share this. I do intend to share this at some point, maybe at 16 weeks, 12 weeks, I don't know. I will know when the time comes. I will know. So yes, I am currently, like I said, it's 4th of September. I am currently 8 weeks pregnant. I am currently 8 weeks pregnant with my second born. Yeah! Kiran is about to be a big brother. Kiran is about to be a big brother. I've been telling him that. He's about to be a big brother. I don't think he has any idea what that means yet. I don't think he has fully comprehended what that means. But yeah, second born loading. I am 8 weeks. Background noise to the audience. I am currently 8 weeks. Now what can I tell you? I found out I was pregnant about 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks, yes, when I was 4 weeks pregnant. Just around the same time I was supposed to have my period. So the reason I found out before I even missed a period because I actually had a symptom which I thought was very odd because it was way too early. Oh my god, there goes my son. Ah! If the lighting has changed, I apologize. We cannot communicate. The sun just faded a bit. Anyway, it's gonna come back in. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I didn't wait to miss a period. In fact, I took the test the same day I was supposed to have my period. And the reason I did this is because, like I said, I had a symptom. The day before, I had very serious nausea. Very, very serious nausea. Which is funny for that early. But anyway, yeah, I had nausea and I was like, And it's not like I was very careful, so of course this wasn't exactly shocker. It wasn't particularly a shocker. So what was I saying? So yeah, I took the test on the day I was supposed to have my period. I took the test. It came out a faint positive actually. It wasn't clearly positive. It was a bit faint, but there was 2 lines definitely. I wish I could have filmed it, but I didn't. There was too much adrenaline and I was still processing. I actually could, in the moment, I couldn't even think to record it, to be honest. I was so wrapped up in the whole idea of it, I couldn't think of recording it. So yeah, I took the test. It was faint. It was a faint line. Usually there are 2 lines if you're positive, 1 if you're negative. I took, it was 1 and a faint one. And I knew that's definitely a positive, because the same thing happened when I tested with my first pregnancy with Kiran. I had the first test came out with a faint line, and when I retested the next day early in the morning, because they say you should test fasting in the morning when the urine is concentrated. When I retested for Kiran's pregnancy, now when I retested the next day in the morning, it was very clear, two very clear lines. But for this one now, when I retested the next day in the morning, it was still faint. But I saw it can be like that. That can happen because I tested early anyway. That can happen if it's a bit early and the HCG hormone, which is the hormone that turns the pregnancy test positive, is still a bit low. That can happen. So yeah, we tested later again. Of course, it came out positive, like I knew it would, because it's very hard. I think it's very hard to get a faint line and not have it turn positive, but I don't know. I am not an expert in that area, but from my experience, faint usually means positive either way. So yeah, I tested, I got a positive result, and then I told my man. I actually had him over to my place, and I told him, I actually made a card. Kiran and I made a card for him with you're gonna be a dad, papa, blah blah blah. I stuck the pregnancy test to the card, and yeah, that's how we told him. He found out, he was happy, he was excited. Also, he had a lot of processing to do. But overall, we were excited, we were happy to be welcoming another life into this world. So yeah, then what else am I gonna tell you? Symptoms. Yes, I actually haven't documented a pregnancy, because with the first one I didn't really document with Kiran's, because back then I wasn't on YouTube. YouTube was not even on my radar, and I did not document it except through photos here and there. But with this one, I'm gonna document the pregnancy journey on YouTube, on video, so that I can always come back to it, which is gonna be very exciting. And I'm also gonna be comparing like my first pregnancy with my second one to see what differences there are, and maybe you can learn something from it, maybe, or it will just be entertaining for you, whichever way is fine. So yeah, now symptoms. Like I said, I had nausea a bit early on. It was actually quite a lot. I never vomited, but I had a lot of nausea in the beginning. After I found out, like I think the first 2 weeks, maybe, yeah, the first 2 weeks after, and then for the last 2 weeks I haven't had any nausea. It's been good. But then again, I should mention, I did do my first clinic last week. Sorry, I'm trying to recall the days. It's been an eventful week, so the days are kind of jumbled up in my head. Yes, I did the first clinic last week on Friday. In fact, exactly a week ago, I did the first clinic at 7 weeks pregnant. I was given folic acid for the prenatal, for the development of the baby, and I think it's kind of helped with the nausea, because I feel like I haven't had nausea since I started taking the folic acid. I think maybe it's a coincidence, maybe I'm relating two things that have nothing to do with each other, but I feel like that's around the same time I stopped having the nausea. I have, what other symptoms? I have been exhausted. Oh my god, I have been exhausted. I don't even understand what is going on. I definitely didn't have this with the first pregnancy. I've been very exhausted, so I don't know. I'm sleeping a lot earlier during the night, sleeping in a bit in the morning, and sometimes once in a while I will nap during the day. when Kiran takes a nap also. So the exhaustion has been real, and it's a common hello. And it's a common first trimester symptom, exhaustion. It's just that it was new to me, so I didn't expect that. Actually, so far in the first few weeks of this pregnancy, it has completely been different from my first one. Of course, my first one happened 5 years ago, so I don't remember it very well, but I do remember I definitely didn't have nausea until a bit later on. The morning sickness didn't start this early, but it was a lot more severe because I was vomiting in my first one. This one I haven't vomited yet as of now. Just nausea, exhaustion. I had some chills at some point, like 3 times I think. Like chills, and I mean like cold chills at night. Well, not at night, when I was going in the evening, when I was about to go to bed. I've had chills like 3 times, and I was like, this cannot be normal. But when I googled it, apparently it can happen because your body overcompensates with a cool down and ends up cooling too much. Apparently it can happen. It's actually a pregnancy symptom. Kiran, it's actually a pregnancy symptom that I was not even aware of. Imagine that. I was not even aware of it. Apparently it can happen. I had chills, but like 3 times, not even much. And what else? What other symptoms? Yeah, I think that's it for now. I haven't had anything other than that. No particular food aversions, no specific cravings. Sometimes yogurt, sometimes meat, but not very strongly. Yeah, that's been it so far. So far it's uneventful. Of course, I'm not showing yet. I'm only 8 weeks. I'm not showing yet. If you see a tummy, it's because of the quarantine weight. Hey, tummy. It's because the pot belly is because of the quarantine weight. To be honest, it has nothing to do with the pregnancy. That was there before the pregnancy. So officially I'm not showing yet, so there's nothing to show, but I will catch you up guys in another maybe 4 weeks when I'm 12 weeks pregnant. I will do another update and I will tell you how it is going. So for now I will leave it here. I have babbled a lot. I might have to do this journey in bits and pieces because it's gonna be a long video. And the sun comes back when I'm done. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, see you in another 4 weeks. Wait, don't go, don't go yet. I have remembered one thing I didn't mention with the symptoms. Maybe I should add pregnancy brain to it because clearly my memory is already failing me. One last symptom I forgot to mention. Breast tenderness. Oh my god, this is also something I didn't have with the first pregnancy, but with this one, my goodness. It's been right now. It's not actually, the symptoms have eased up, but like a few 2-3 weeks ago they were sore, they were tender, they were quite tender, so even like wearing a bra sometimes felt uncomfortable, and they've also like grown, they've increased in size. So yeah, they've definitely increased in size and they've been a bit tender to the touch for the last couple of weeks. Right now it's eased up a bit, but that's another symptom I also didn't have with the first pregnancy that I have now. Yeah, that's all I wanted to add so that you didn't forget about it. That's what I wanted to add, so I'll catch you up in 12 weeks, like I said, 12 weeks pregnant, so that's in another 4 weeks. I'll see you in another 4 weeks. And we're back. We're back weeks later. I don't even know how many weeks later. That would be about 13 weeks later. About 13 weeks later. I was supposed to do an update 4 weeks later, but I thought it was too soon to do it at 12 weeks. So I've done it at 20 weeks. Technically, I'm actually 21 weeks pregnant as of today. 21 and some days. Which, if you are curious about the months of that, I am currently in the last mile of my 5th month. I'll be 6 months pregnant in about a week and a couple of days. I'll be stepping into 6 months. So I am currently on the last mile of 5 months. I am 21 weeks pregnant now. So I am in my 2nd trimester. Woohoo! Oh my, the joy of the 2nd trimester is actually true. So let me just give you quick recap. When I last did the last video, that was on 4th of September. I was 8 weeks pregnant, and I did give you the symptoms for that, which you can file under 1st trimester, because I was in my 1st trimester. Today, as I am filming this, it is the 4th of December. Wait, I filmed on the 4th of September and the 4th of December. Are we seeing a pattern here? What's with the 4th? Which is interesting because this baby is due in April, which is the 4th month of the year. Clearly this baby and number 4 have something special going on. So yeah, today is currently the 4th of December. I am 21 weeks pregnant, and I am doing a 2nd trimester update. The 2nd trimester starts at, if I'm not mistaken, 14 weeks. 14 weeks, yeah. So I stepped into my 2nd trimester at 14 weeks. I will be stepping into my 3rd trimester in a couple of weeks. So I think the next update I'll do will be for my 3rd trimester, just to kind of balance it out. Yes. So let's get started. What has changed since the 1st trimester? So symptoms have changed. Severity of symptoms have changed. I was getting a lot more nausea in the 1st trimester than I do now. In fact, right now I'm not getting any nausea at all. However, at about 16 weeks, 14, somewhere around the 2nd trimester, the beginning of the 2nd trimester, I was added, like I mentioned, in the 1st trimester I was taking folic acid as a prenatal vitamin. Towards the 2nd trimester I was added iron supplements. Now the iron supplement I got was not agreeing with my body, which is funny because in my 1st pregnancy I did not have this problem, or maybe I did, I just didn't know it was being caused by the iron. So what happened is, immediately after I started taking the iron supplement, the next day I started to have more severe morning sickness. So I'd not just have nausea, but I'd also vomit in the morning almost every day, actually every day. And then I had an allergic reaction, which was kind of interesting because who gets an allergic reaction to iron? But pregnancies are different and clearly behave differently. So what happened is my whole face like broke out in red rashes, and my eyes were swollen, also red, but the red rashes, and they were quite visible. I did not even take a picture or document this because I was freaking out. I was freaking out, like, what in the world is going on here? So yeah, turns out I had an allergic reaction to that tablet. So I stopped taking it for a while. And as soon as I stopped taking iron, I only took this, mind you, for 3 to 4 days before it reacted, or before it started reacting. Actually, technically, as soon as I started taking it, the next day I started vomiting in the morning and getting very severe nausea throughout the day. and on the third or fourth day I had the allergic reaction, which the doctor says it's because now the iron, which my body is already not agreeing with, had started to compound in my system, so that's why the allergic reaction was more severe after 4 days. So I stopped the iron for a while, and then as what would have it as fate would have it, I had in my last clinic, which was in November, which was on November 20th, yes, which was on November 20th, because I had stopped the iron, they had to do a blood count to make sure that my blood count was good, because I wasn't taking the iron supplement, and it turned out it wasn't. It was actually quite low, so they had to find another iron supplement I could take that wouldn't react with me. So I was given a different iron supplement. This one was a syrup. I think it had different compounds than the pill. I don't know, but this one hasn't reacted with me. It has actually been going down smoothly, so that hasn't been an issue. And as far as the anemia or the low blood count, that has actually happened to me before, way pre-pregnancy, even before Kiran. With Kiran's pregnancy, the first pregnancy, I didn't have that, but I have had anemia, iron deficiency anemia before, when I was younger and when I was in campus. So I think it's just something that tends to come up in my health every now and then, but it's not consistently there. So I'm not really anemic at all. It just creeps up every now and then. But yeah, so yeah, my blood count was low. I was given iron supplements. I'll be going back in about 2 weeks to make sure that my blood count is back to normal. It's good, because I've been taking those supplements properly. Those didn't react. Then what else? Second trimester. The second thing is, I did mention this, in the first trimester I was very exhausted, very exhausted. Right now I am not as exhausted. Of course there's some exhaustion because I'm 21 weeks pregnant, so of course I get tired. But the exhaustion is not as bad, although after we realized that my blood count might have been was severely low, the exhaustion could have been as a result of that, because when you're anemic you get very exhausted. Your body just starts to work like on overdrive because you don't have enough blood doing the work it needs to be doing. So yeah, the exhaustion in the first trimester might have been because of that. We can't say for sure, because back then my blood count wasn't as low, although it wasn't high either, but it wasn't critically low like the last time. So the exhaustion might have been because of that. Of course I still have exhaustion because I'm pregnant, but it's not so bad. The other thing with the second trimester, the breast tenderness has eased off. I am not suffering anymore. I am not suffering anymore. It may creep up here and there, but it's not consistently there as it was in the first trimester. Then what else? I've actually noted a few things down, because if I say I'm going to do it from the top of my head, I'll forget a lot of things. So yes, right now the other thing is I am peeing so frequently. My bladder, I think, is just running out of room in there because the baby is growing bigger. So my bladder is running out of room, so I am peeing a lot more. A lot more often. Food aversions, I have developed those. I am actually not, there are certain foods that are just not sitting well with me. Sometimes even the smell of something, like the smell of coffee, to be honest, I don't like it. Which my man loves coffee. My man loves coffee, so he takes coffee. but I cannot prepare a cup of coffee for him because I can't stand that smell right now. It just doesn't work for me. The other funny thing is I am an addict of tea. If you've been watching this channel, you know I was an addict of tea, meaning tea leaves tea, not just tea leaves. But these days I can't take a cup of tea. It doesn't also go down well anymore. So for the last several months I switched to drinking chocolate. So I take hot chocolate instead of tea, because for whatever reason this baby doesn't like tea, and I'm a big fan of tea, so I don't even understand. I don't. What else? Food aversions, yeah, food cravings, mostly in the meat and eggs department. But I don't know, eggs for sure, chicken a lot, yes, and meat actually. Might be because those are the things that will actually get my nutrition levels up. So I think, I don't know, but I've been craving that a lot. But I try to eat especially eggs in moderation, because I know you shouldn't eat too much of that. Another thing for the second trimester is acne. If you watched my last video, the moving vlog, you saw I had a huge torch. Right now it's not as big. Where is it? It's not as big, but my face is breaking out a lot more in this pregnancy. I didn't have this problem with the first pregnancy as much. I had freckles on my chest, in my back, upper back and upper chest area, but this time not so much. But on my face, oh, breakouts. I don't know if you can see them, but it's been a lot more in this pregnancy, which I didn't have before. As far as my body changes, I have of course increased in weight. That is expected. My face is a bit more puffy. I'm sure you've already noted that. My nose as well. My body has expanded. I think all of it. All of it has just expanded. And yeah, but the thing about that, with this pregnancy, I am not as puffed, as swollen as I was with my first pregnancy. With my first pregnancy, it was bad. At 5 months pregnant, even before 5 months pregnant, I was already like a swollen mandazi. Kids, I'm careful. I was like a swollen mandazi, and mind you, back then I was starting from a much smaller body size than I am now, because obviously a girl has grown. It's been years later, but I was a lot more puffy. I'll try and find a photo and I'll try and find a photo and place it somewhere here so that you can see the difference. And I was a lot less pregnant in that photo. I was puffed. I was quite puffed in my first pregnancy. But might also have to do with the fact that I had high blood pressure, gestational high blood pressure in my first pregnancy, which was making my face, my fingers, my feet swell up so much. But this time, thankfully, the blood pressure has behaved, and I pray that it continues to behave for the rest of the pregnancy. I've not had that issue, and the swelling has just been gradual, normal, growing pregnant woman swelling. Not what I had in my first one. In my first one, I was like I'd been injected with baking powder. Oh my god, I'm losing daylight. I'm sorry, I'm losing daylight. But let's finish up. What is the other thing I wanted to mention for the second trimester? Like I mentioned, exhaustion is not that bad. Frequency being food aversions. My body obviously has grown the acne, and I did mention that this baby is due in April of 2021, and I am hoping he or she will stick to the due date. Yes, I do not know the gender yet. Also, that's another thing. I have not yet found out the gender. I am not in a hurry to find out, to be honest, because if you watched my very first videos where I talked about my first pregnancy recap, with my first pregnancy I had an error with the scan. The first gender confirmation or something, the first gender check we did at about 22 weeks, they told me it was a girl. Then when I was doing another scan, I think at about 30 something weeks, they said it was a boy. So the first person had made a mistake, which really sucked because I had bought so much pink stuff, but Kiran wore it anyway. I hadn't bought any dresses, thankfully, but the things I had bought were very pink. So I'm trying not to make that mistake again. I don't want to go to find out too soon, in case, you know, the sooner you find out, I guess, the higher the chances of an error being made. So I'm not in a hurry. Although I might find out this month when I go back in 2 weeks. If not, we'll find out in January what the gender of the baby is. But as long as I have a healthy baby, I honestly don't mind either gender. I don't. As long as my baby is healthy, is growing well, I'm good. No complications. I'm okay with either gender. So yes, hence the no hurry to find out. Then what else do you guys want to know about this pregnancy journey? If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I did my first scan at 14 weeks. First baby scan at 14 weeks, and I got to see the baby. Oh, I got to see the baby. I won't even lie. My first pregnancy, to be honest, even now when I look at those scans, I can't really quite see the baby yet. It doesn't quite clearly show. Maybe it's because the technology has improved. You know, that was 5 years ago, so maybe the technology has improved. But I couldn't quite make out the baby. But in this pregnancy, even with the first scan, I was able to make out the baby so well and see the baby. I'll try and insert a picture. I don't know if you'll be able to see clearly. Picture over here of the scan so that you see baby. Right now we're calling him or her just baby. Do I have baby names picked out? I do have options that I am leaning towards, but of course nothing is final yet until baby comes. But I think I may stick to the names I already have in mind right now, because we've already discussed them with baby daddy or my mom, and I think we are both on board with the names. Okay, I don't think we'll be making any changes, but we'll see. I might get further into the pregnancy and be like, this baby feels like another name. So we'll see. Then scan, yes. Oh, and the baby, I can feel the baby's movements. Kiran, unasongesha hii, wacha. Toka. I can feel the baby kicking and the baby moving right now. He or she has gotten big. Let me just say baby instead of he or she. Baby has gotten quite big, bigger, grown. So I can feel the movements, the kicks pretty clearly right now at 21 weeks. Yeah, there's no doubt about whether it's a kick or a movement, as it was earlier on where I wasn't quite sure. Is it gas? Is it? Which is funny. I should be a lot better at telling if it's gas or the baby in my second pregnancy, but earlier on I wasn't very sure, to be honest. I wasn't quite sure, but now I am certain. I'm certain. The baby is moving, playing around pretty good. So that's exciting. It's making it surreal. Surreal! And I love it. I can't wait, honestly. To be honest, I'm so eager for this baby. I'm so eager to meet this baby, to have this baby in my arms. I feel like I can't I don't know, I can't even express the eagerness I have for April to get here. Although at the space we are moving at, I feel like April will be here in no time, because right now I'm about 6 months, almost 6 months pregnant, which is more than which is 2/3 of the journey, and I feel like it's moved quite fast, to be honest. It's really rushed. So let's see what happens. Let's see how fast April gets here. But anyway, I haven't started the baby shopping, so I also am not in that much of a hurry because I need to shop for the baby's clothes and stuff. So that will happen. I'll update you. But the next update we are doing for pregnancy update in a couple of weeks or in a month or two. By then I'll have started the shopping, so I'll give you an update on that then. So thank you so much for watching this far. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry the lighting keeps coming in and out. Like I said, I use natural lighting. I will try and invest on some lights so that I don't have to compete with the sun, because I always end up doing my videos later in the day. I'll try and invest in some lighting so that we don't have this problem anymore. Sorry about the lighting. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned something new today, if you enjoyed this video, if it was entertaining, if it was informative, please give it a big thumbs up. 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 Like the video. Big thumbs up. Give it a big thumbs up. Like the video. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Give me your feedback if you're pregnant, if you've been pregnant, if you've walked this journey with your partner, if you're a guy. You know, let me know about the journey, your journey. Or if you have any questions, comments, feedback on the videos, anything you want to watch in future, leave them in the comment section below. And as always, if you haven't, why haven't you? Subscribe. Hit, I don't even want to hear it. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Join Team Njambiz. We'll be having a lot of fun together. So join Team Njambiz. It's free to subscribe. You support the channel by doing so, and grow the channel. Share it widely. Share it with a friend or 2 or 10 or as many as you can. You can share it on your WhatsApp status. You can share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere. Share the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you, you, in my next video.